Alright, here we have problem number 9, and I chose this problem to show you because this problem becomes a lot easier if you simplify it. And I would like to point out, well, first of all, that this is a chain rule problem because you have this inner function, this negative 1 divided by 3x plus 5, and you're raising it to the third power right here. So the power rule can be employed first. You can multiply 3 times that quantity in yellow, and then it would be to the second power, but then you have to multiply it by the derivative of the inside, or the yellow highlighted section, and that's your answer. Well, that turns out to be a pretty difficult algebra task unless you simplify this first, or at least it certainly helps you out a little bit. So before I even take the derivative, I'm going to rewrite this as the quantity negative 1 times 3x plus 5, and 3x plus 5 is in the denominator to the first power, so if I bring it up to the numerator it would be to the negative 1 power. But remember, all of this is being raised to the third power, right? So let's notice that we have 3x plus 5 being multiplied to negative 1, right? And this 3x plus 5 is being taken to the negative 1 power, but outside of that is to the third power. So if we review our exponents a little bit, we have to distribute this exponent to both of these terms here, okay? So negative 1 raised to the third power is still a negative 1, right? So that becomes a negative 1 times, and when you distribute 3 to the negative 1, that's just multiplying 3 and negative 1 together, you get 3x plus 5 to the negative third power. So now this outside bracket that I've drawn is really not even necessary. So now this just becomes a chain rule problem that's a little easier to deal with. And we could also mention that this negative 1 is just a constant out here, right? So let's just go ahead and take the derivative, and we'll switch colors to blue to denote that we're changing here. So we have a negative 3 times the negative 1 that's already out there, and then we have 3x plus 5 to the negative third power minus 1 times the derivative of the inside, 3x plus 5, which is just 3. So now let's just clean up what we can. We have the quantity negative 3 times negative 1 to give us a positive 3. We can multiply that by that 3 out there, so we're going to get a positive 9 times 3x plus 5, and negative 3 minus 1 gives us the negative fourth power. And that is a lot simpler than trying to do this problem without simplifying it first. Alright, hopefully this helps, and hopefully you start seeing some of these shortcuts before you start diving off into some complicated algebra.